Welcome to Unit 11's video on adding multiples of 10. The first do in this unit deals with orally counting by tens, and it's going to be very important for you to have a hundreds chart and make the connection as you're teaching them how to count by tens. You've already taught them how to count by fives in an earlier unit with multiples of 5, but now we're going to move into counting by tens, not only from a multiple of 10, but also from any two-digit number. So if we wanted to be able to start with 30 plus 10, one way to do this to make it concretely with the hundreds chart is to be able to use your Unifix cubes. You can have the students place, make their group of 10 and have them place that group of 10 on the hundreds chart. So you've got 10, you've got 20, and now you have 30. And then if you wanted to add the 10 on, you would add that, and now they could see that that gives us 40. You can also show them that 38 plus 10. So once again, if I go ahead and show 30 with my 8, and then I want to add 10. Now you can see that I have two ones, 39 and 40, sitting there, but students already know how to decompose 10, so that would be 2 plus 8 more, because 2 plus 8 is 10, would give me a sum of 48. Now, as we move over, we're going to continue using 38 plus 10 for the rest of these, but you can definitely use all these strategies too as you move into when you just add a multiple of 10 plus 10. All right, so if we have 38 plus 10 and we want to have starting off with students, we want to have a T-chart helping them organize their Unifix cubes into tens and ones, and you can see that we have 30 plus 8 represented here. We like to use our Unifix cubes and kind of make a 10 frame here. It just makes that connection a little stronger with what they learned in kindergarten about the 10 frame and tenness. So they can easily see that they would need 2 more to make that 10 there. But if I want to add 10, I've got 3 tens, so I would take this 10 and add it on my 10 side, and you can now see that I have 48. Some students may break these apart and put them here to represent their 10, which is another way students can make a number. So then they could see that I have 18 ones, and hopefully they'd realize that these 10 can be put together to make a group of 10 to make the 48. Once they have that tenness, then we can move to the base 10 blocks. And so you can see that I have 3 tens and 8 ones. I would take my additional 10 that I'm going to add on, and that would give me a sum of 48. Now, to take this to a little more pictorial level is to use the 10 frames here, and so this might be good for if you have some students that need some remediation. This connects back to kindergarten with the 10 frames, and so this could be something that if you need to pull a small group who are still struggling with the other strategies, that this might work for them. So you've got 3 tens and then 8 ones. If I add a 10, I can see that now I have 4 tens, which would give me a sum of 48. We also want to make sure that we allow students to see not only 38 plus 10, but also 10 plus 38. The example earlier, 30 plus 10, we want to show that it can be 10 plus 30. We also want to show sometimes that the sum can come first, so make sure you expose your students to that as well. So now we're going to move into another part of the pictorial model, which will include the students drawing their own 10 frames for their tens and ones and modeling it. So if I draw just a stick for my 30, and then once again, I would like to keep my ones in kind of a 10 frame model. So I've got 38. I'm going to add a 10, which I know would be kind of another stick because that stands for 10, which would give me a sum of 48. We also want to make sure that students not only see this written horizontally, but they also see it written vertically. This does not mean we're teaching the standard algorithm. That is not taught until 4th grade. So here we would just see 38 plus 10. Because I've learned and have a really good understanding of tenness, then I could think about my hundreds chart. I could visualize where 38 is, and what happens when I add 10 is that I drop down, and that would give me a sum of 48. I could also go over to the side and draw my 38 and add another 10, which will give me a sum of 48. All right, now